Hi guys, my name is Nonima Dikela. Welcome to the Noni M podcast. Today, I want us to talk about the in loco, the inspection in loco, and what happened in court yesterday when Mnisi actually got up and reminded the court and the entire room about the in loco because he wanted to understand how far is everything as per what was said initially or the last time they spoke about it. But before we get into that, guys, please make sure you do not forget to like, to share, to comment. And most importantly, please make sure you are subscribed on the channel. Please make sure you are watching the videos up until the end and you are watching the ads that are coming through. When you're doing that, you'll be supporting this channel financially and in numbers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Now, let's talk about Umnisike and what happened. So now, after everything that was said there, Umnisi gets up. Now this is towards the end. Umnisi gets up because the judge is asking, what else? What are we going to do now after Kinida was done with his cross-examination, right? And then Umnisi gets up at Umnisi. Abuze Umnisi ba how far is Baloyi with preparation for the in-loc. Baloyi gets up, guys, and tells the court there's no need for that because they did bring aerial photos and the defense decided not to do a cross-examination on them. I'm like, Haibo, Wenja? I'm like, Haibo, didn't you say these photos are not a replacement of or a substitute for inspection in loco when they ask you what's up with that? And then he went on to blame the defense for not doing cross-examination. Otherwise, there's no need for that. It's an exercise that is not needed. Why is that going to be decided by him for status? Also, why is it that the state, everything that is going to bring them closer to the justice of sense and to the truth, they are always against it? Why is that? And then after he said that, Umnisi gets up and because he made claims that this is what he said. Actually, let me check. Baloyi said it will be a logistical nightmare and the nearby hostel would need to be evacuated and we can rely on aerial photos. And then Umnisi was like, first of all, the aerial photos that you are referring to, we asked and you said they are not a replacement. So what do you mean that we need them? And then why would you even go as far as saying that there is a hostel and then those people will need to be evacuated? What do you mean? Umnisi did not understand what this one is saying. And then Umnisi was continued to say, it's a shame the state is coming up with that. South Africa is not a Mickey Mouse state. There is no need for the evacuation of an entire hostel. Let's not insult the administration of this country. It's a shame to hear this from the state. In fact, it's a shame to hear it from you, Mr. Baloyi. I was like, yes. And then Baloyi got up trying to say something. And Umnisi was like, I'm still talking. Ask Eastern Cape like, disathetha yima, ungakulinge. Into wangena emlonyeni ndithetha sungiqhawula Umnisi did sungiqhawula ndithetha ndisathetha ndilinde ndigqibe. Did that on Baloyi ke son, but he said I'm still talking. But us Xhosa tribe ungakulinga undiqhawula sungiqhawula ndilinde ndigqibe sungiqhawula. And then wathi Umnisi, where was I? And then Umnisi wathi, let's not insult the administration of this country. It's a shame to hear this from the state. It indicates the inspection in loco will not succeed because there are no resources. And this is a country that I love so much. How can you say such a thing? What are you saying about the government of this country? Umnisi came for Baloyi and he was so pissed. He was so angry. He was so angry. And then Judge Rata said, how many soldiers are you going to need? Baloyi, waya le na le, ama excuses ke left, right, and center. After that, Judge Rata again asked Gininda, let's hear from you because you are the lead. Gininda, what? I agree with Mr. Baloy with what he says. Between the hostel, hey, these people, guys, they have no shame. That I can tell you for free, that they have no shame. Between the hostel and the police station, there is a street. A threat assessment must be done to protect everyone. You have to have complete control of the area. If something goes wrong, someone will have to account. I will have at a huge cost. It will come at a huge cost and huge convenience to the surrounding people, but it can be done. Why are they planting ideas on people's minds? What are they up to? Ubaloyi noGininda. Because it sounded all negative. They were bringing negativity around it all, as if something bad is going to happen. It must not be done because there are people who are ready to attack on the people that are going to do in local. Why would they think they even think like that? Imagine Western Cape is the most dangerous. Cape Flats is the most dangerous. But Judge Erasmus went and did this thing. Informal settlement in Saldanha Bay. Very dangerous Cape Flats than Gauteng and Vosloorus. Very dangerous. Yet these two are expecting us to believe Ukuthi in Vosloorus you can't do. Come on. Also, what are they insinuating about people that stay in hostel that are ungovernable? They can just erupt and do ungovernable things. Who's going to ask them to do that? Who's going to ask them to do ungovernable things? Who's going to ask people to go and toy or do whatever? Why would people do that? Because everybody wants the truth. So why would there be anyone who's going to create a commotion? Why are they even thinking like that? Why were they being negative is a mystery to me. So why would Baloyi even go and deal with photos that who I choose number one said I can't see, and then he expects it to pass like that? And then Judge Rata Judge Rata was like, me, I am not coming to this police. He says, the state and the defense must then meet with the investigating officer and plan. Because there was an order that he did. So what is this now turn around from Ubaloyi? And then he went on to say, Judge Rata was like, high five, sir. High five, high five. Yabonizolo, Dimtandile, I don't want to lie. I loved what he did. When he's doing good, we must give him his flowers. He saved the day because Ubaloyi was just taking chances. Judge Rata was like, guys, plan this. It can be done. It's doable. Sorry. It's doable. He says, you know, I did a JP case and we had to do inspection in local at Krugersdorp. 5 police officers were killed. People were talking stories. Some were saying they went to see Inyanga, etc., etc. I had 13 suspects. 13 accused there. So I was like, oh, he's saying it's only 5 people. What can happen? Because I went with 13 suspects. We did inspection in local. So in a nutshell, Rata was like, we're not playing that game now. We are doing this. Him suggesting how many soldiers do you need? He was saying it's doable. You can make means. So it ended with them now having no choice but to do what needs to be done. And I was happy with how Judge Rata dealt with the entire situation. I don't want to lie. I was happy. But I'm still worried about what Baloyi and Gininda were saying. It really did not sit well with me because I didn't understand what are the insinuations for, that there is going to be an eruption of something. There's going to be someone who's going to decide to be destructive, to cause chaos. Why? Who's going to ask them to cause chaos? What eruption is this that they are fearing for? And then they were even saying things like you could sense that they are trying to scare off Judge Rata so that he can be frightened and decide, you know what, it's not safe. He did not budge. He did not budge, Kesana, and I was so happy. While Kesana, we were after Judge Rata gets up and says, "We reject Mrs. sentiments with the contempt it deserves." I cannot believe a court official can say that. I was like, that is so rich coming out of your mouth, Mr. Baloyi, because you've been, when you are right now, being in contempt of court for not wanting an order that was done to be completed. You are in contempt of court currently. And then now you are telling me, see, you can't believe that a court official, but you are a court official who's in contempt right here, right now. That man, who gave Baloyi powers to think that he's all that, like he's NPA? Someone told him that he is NPA, and what he says goes. Well, we've got news for you, Baloyi. And then I was like, he did not even entertain him with all of that. All he dealt with, it's happening. And he also said to Judge Rata, if they find a time while they are still on recess, because they started recess yesterday, so they will come back in July. So he was like, if you find time before the 21st of July, let me know I'm available. I was like, yes, when I Judge Rata. Guess what? They are going to push it until then. And I'm praying that the Almighty God be very crucial when it comes to everything that is to this case at this point, because I don't know what Baloyi believes he's going to achieve. I don't know, but he is sure of himself. He is sure of his story. I actually have no idea. So it's up to the judge now, and it's up to the defense. But where we are standing, there is nothing, even the short witnesses that he's referring to, they are not going to help the state case in any way whatsoever. They are not going to help the state case in any way whatsoever, but he can try, do whatever he wants to do. God, okay, there's nothing there. And I was happy to hear that Ukeninda is the last witness from SAPS. Yo, we've dealt with witnesses from SAPS for state case. And I'm hoping that UMNIS is going to apply for Section 174. We need to do this. This case needs to end now so that we can focus on other cases. Haibo, guys. Anyway, I'm so happy. So the case now has been postponed, not postponed, they are on recess until the 21st of July, 2025, unless they come and tell us, you know what, we are going back to court whatever day, then we will do that. It will also be wise if they can go with the media to the inspection in loco. It can also be wise, honestly. Anyway, what are your thoughts when it comes to all of that, guys? Let's talk with comment section. I want to hear your views. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.